Beis HaShalchin. Mashke Beis HaShalchin Memoed. You're permitted to water Beis HaShalchin. This is a field which is in the mountain. And since there isn't sufficient water, you're permitted to water the field of Chol Moed because it's considered over ovod. Because if you don't water it sufficiently, there's going to be damage. Ubishvius, during Shemitah also, if you don't water the field, since there's going to be damage, you're permitted. So the Mar's going to ask a question. If you told me Chol Moed, as we said earlier, it was given to Chazal to determine what you're permitted, what you're not permitted. Say Dover Ovod you're permitted, but Shvius Torah says any agricultural activity not permitted. So how could they permit this? Even if there's a hefsid, how could they permit it? But yet the Mishnah says b'Shvius. So we're going to say in Amud Beis, one like Rebbe, that Shvius Mizmana says Drabonon, it's only rabbinical. So therefore, since it's only rabbinical, and since there's a loss of money, therefore they permit it. Whether it's a mine which just started to flow now, even though there's a chance that even though it never took this path before, the walls may actually cave in and it may turn out to be complicated. Or a mayon, a well, a spring which flowed on that path before. But you're not permitted to transport water over land from a cistern or make kilon. You're not permitted to dig the furrows around the trenches around the trees, because that's already, it's a tircha yisera, right? An ordinary tircha, ordinary level of exertion is okay, but excessive exertion, that's not okay. Rabbi Lezman as Ayomein Osin Esoamo B'Tchilo B'Moed. You're not permitted to make the path for the spring to flow on Chol Moed. Ubishvius you're not permitted. Chamomrim Osin Esoamo B'Tchilo B'Shvius. You're permitted to do it on Shvius. Right? Osin you're permitted. Umesaknes Mukukolos B'Moed. And so the differentiate Shvius you're permitted, but not Chol Moed. But on Chol Moed Mesaknin, if you had it, it was being Mukulkol, let's say the walls fell in, and you want to clean it out, the water should flow, you're permitted. Mesaknes Kukuli Amayim, Sarabim, that's provide water. V'chotitin also, to dredge it. Saknes Adrochim, pave the roads. Vesarchovos, Vesmigvos, Hamayim, Voskol Tzochi Rabim, Umsainan Sakvoros, Vyotzin Afal Kalayim. Right, you're permitted to go out to Kalayim. Okay. No, that's for the Kohanim. That's a Tzorcha Rabim, right? So the Kohanim, because in the winter, it's brought. Morris can bring a pasuk, because in the winter, how did they know that it was a grave? They take whitewash. They'd whitewash the graves. With the winter rains, it washed away the whitewash. So now they have to re-whitewash it. Okay. So Mishnah says that you're permitted to water the field, the Beis Shalchin, where the water never flowed on that path, and even where it did flow. So there is a question: Hashli Yishlom Mein Shiyotza Betchilo Doslin Pule Mashkin Mein Shiyotza Betchilo Ad Loslin Pule Mi Boy. If we permit you, even where there's a chance where it'll be a tircha yisera, where the wall may cave in and you may not even benefit from your effort, we allow you to create such a situation. So somewhere the path where the water flowed on that path, where you don't have that, is it a question? Amri Itzrich. Let's say it would have said you're permitted to water a field in the mountains. For mine, for the first time it flows on this path. That's only because it's a necessity, because it's Beis HaShalchin. But let's say it's a field in a valley where it's for revach. That not because why? Because there's a chance it may be effort for no reason. Mishum Doslin Puli, because the walls the path, since it wasn't already that path, it may fall in. Right, so Rashi says, what do you gain by the Beis Habal that has sufficient water? Because if you water excessively, normally you have to wait later for the crop to come about. If you have excessive water, it comes about early. It's either afli or charfi. Charfi means it comes quick, afli means it's delayed. So that's revach. You have revach, for revach. So maybe you think if it's mine shiyotzim etchilo, you're permitted even Beis Habal. So on that we say no. Lo shno mine shiyotzim etchilo, shno mine shloyotzim etchilo. Beis HaShalchin ein, Beis Habal lo. O my kamashma, what's the chiddush? The high Beis HaShalchin, stop. O my mashne Beis HaShalchin lishn tzachusi. Harum B'Sheshalchan is an expression of thirsty. It's thirsting for water. It needs water. Loi means weary, right? Fatigued. And oyev means thirsty, parched. It's being settled, being satisfied. Umetargminen ari b'mad mitosef ulam in betulto yisyavyin begavech benech. Your children will be secure with you. Means secure. Mantan. Okay, now so the Mishnah says like this: for the sake of pseudo, we allow you to make the effort, but for harvocha not. Right? That's what we said. Only beis hashalchin, not beis habal. So Mor says mantan the pseudo ain't harvocha lo. So Rashi, take a look in Rashi. Harvocha, Tega. Yeah. We says Alfi and Charfi. 1 second. Maitano. Yeah. Harvocha. Go base about Oslash Koiso. Right? El Harvocha de Milsa Lishavya Afli Charfi. If the base abal has enough water, right? However, you'll take Afli. Normally, the crop will come later. And you'll turn it to charfi. So what? That's harvocha. Right? Okay. So mantan de pseudo aim harvocha lo va'afil mokum pseudo mitroch nami lo tarchinon. You're not permitted. No, we have two things. Harvocha not, and also if it's pseudo, if you have to carry the water over the land, that's a tirchi yisero. We don't allow. Right? That's afil mokum pseudo mitroch nami tarchinon. If it's a great effort, we don't permit it. Omer Afunu Reb Lezer ben Yaakov Ditnan Reb Lezer ben Yaakov Omer Moshchin esamai mi'il ilon. Let's say you have a depression around the tree. It's filled with water, and you have another depression by another tree. Now you want to create a path that the water should flow from one to the other. You're permitted to do that. Ubavachlo yashkis asoda kulo. So what do we say? But to use to be mashke the soda, that's already a tircha. That you're not permitted. 1 second. So, tree to tree. Someone says, "Aim of the shamat le Reb Lezer harvocha the lo tircha," right? If it's a question at harvocha without a tircha, right? We see you're not permitted to do this. No, you're not. No. Aim of the shamat le Reb Lezer harvocha lo tircha, right? That you're not. We don't allow that. That's kol asoder. But b'mokum pseudo b'sham. Where do we say if there's a pseudo? Maybe you permit it. No. Maybe b'mokum pseudo Reb Lezer ben Yaakov does permit it, right? No, mishamat lay that he asks it. That he asks, maybe he permits it. So that means the Mishnah is not going Reb Lezer ben Yaakov, because our Mishnah says to carry the water over the field. You don't. You can't do that. Elom Reb Haimon Reb Yehudi. It's Reb Yehudi. It's not Reb Lezer ben Yaakov. The Tanya, Mayin hayotze b'tchilo. You have a Mayin. It's first flowing the first time. Mashkem na afilo sod beis habal divrei Meir. You hear this? Even sod beis habal. Why? Harvocha is permitted. Remeir harvocha is permitted. Rabbi Yudome a mashkin al soda b'sa shalchin. We'll see shechorvo. Shechorvo. Only b'sa shalchin shechorvo. We'll see what shechorvo means in a minute. No. Icharevo chorvo. Because the Gemara is going to ask what it means. No. But the Gemara is going to ask what that means. The Gemara doesn't know exactly what it means. Because if it says it was destroyed, so it's already too late, right? No. We'll see. Rabbi Lezer ben Yaakov Omer. Okay, so Rabbi Yehuda says a mashkin el soda b'sa shalchin. Shechoro, chorvo charevo. We'll see. Rabbi Lezer ben Arzai Omer lo kach v'lo kach. Neither. Yes, al kenom Rabbi Yehuda lo yifana odom amas hamayim v'yashke leginos l'chorvoso b'chol shamoyit. 1 second. In addition, you can't cause an amas hamayim to mashke your garden and your chorva cholamoyit. We'll see. My charevo, my chorvo ilemo chorvo mamish. It's so dried out or so destroyed, it's not coming back. Lamali the mashkile. What am I accomplish by watering it? And you have to start all over again. Rabbi shechorva mimayin zeh. You hear this? Or it dried up to the point. V'yotzla mayin acher. So that you're permitted. Since originally it was watered, so now if you deny it, you're going to have a hefset. You know, a field that you never watered, it gets along with less water. But a field that was fully watered, irrigated, and now you deny it, now you're going to have a damage. Now you're going to have a damage for that field. Right? Yosla mayin acher. Shechorev mayono, here, shechorev mayono. Shergila lishtos mimenu. The cave shergila lishtos ilo mashkilo achshav islep say the yisei roso. It's more. Filo hochilo sherabuda el mayin shiyotzo lo lavtirchi. If it's already mayin that already flowed, that we allow. Ava make shome kilo the tirchu lo shori. Filo lebe shalchen. Even though over here there's going to be a hefsid, right? Because since it's used to being watered, irrigated you don't. Doesn't make it. Tirchi yiseiro we don't allow. We don't allow that tircha. Okay. So we're saying, so you see, review the holds, and even Mokum Hefsid, we don't allow it. We don't allow it, right? So Omer Rabbi Chorva b'mayin zeh, v'yotz l'mayin acher. Rabbi Loz ben Azari Omer lo kach v'lo kach. Lo shno chorv mayono, lo shno lo chorv mayono. Mayin shiotza b'tchilo lo. Right? Doesn't make a difference. The first flow we don't allow because the whole thing may be futile because the walls may cave in. Maybe when there's a review that differentiate between Beis Hashal and Beis Habal, that's all for the first time it's flowing. But maybe, because we showed from the Mishnah that if it's already Yotza, it already went, we do allow it. So maybe he permits it by Beis Hashal, right? Ela mein sheyotza betchilo, dilma, osen puli, ava mein sheyotza betchilo, dloosel puli, afil Beis Habal namim. Wait. And we prove from the Mishnah, since the Mishnah says both, Mein sheyotza mitchilo, mein sheyotza mitchilo, so the Gemara asks the kasha. It's a kolsh game. If we allow mein sheyotza mitchilo, definitely right. So Gemara says no, because if we would only say one, you'd think beis hashalchin, we would beis habal, we would permit if it's yotza mitchilo, if it's lo yotza mitchilo, if it was lo yotza. So therefore so now we're asking a question. So Gemara says, imkain mastis namantarmi. If you're not going to say the Mishnah is going like Rabbi Yehuda, we have nobody to attribute it to it. We have to say Elu will force Rabbi Yehuda. Lo shna mayin sheyotza mitchilo, lo shna mayin shelo yotza mitchilo. Beis hashalchen ein, beis habal lo. V'hai diktoni mayin sheyotza mitchilo. And why does it say mayin? So why are we talking about mayin sheyotza mitchilo in the brayso? It should say mayin shelo yotza mitchilo, right? And then you tell me beis hashalchen not. Right. Yeah. So it says, "Vayditor mayin sheyotza mitchilo lo dicha kochen der meir." Da afilu mayin hayotza mitchilo mashki mena afilu stay abal. Even that. So Tosas says the kasha, which it's a dove portion. His answer. Rebbe was arguing Rabbi Yehuda. He's arguing. See, that's what the reason why the Tana chose that particular case is lo dicha kochen der meir. How this koch the teir odif. To what degree is mekel? Even though we don't pass like Remeir, but since over it's koach the Teira Odiv, it shows the case that even though there's a consideration Osil and Pule, nevertheless you're permitted, even though it's a field, that the rainwater is sufficient. Right, so you take a look at Tosas. Koach the Remeir the Mekil, Ivan Tom Listish lo Yotzam Mitchilo Dich koach the Rabbi Yehuda, the Machmir, Elo koach the Teira Odiv. Like the Gemara says always, the Tana always chooses the case to bring out the koach the Teira. Like Rashi says in there, right? To be a machmi, you can be an amoritz. To be machmi, you can be an amor. I'm just saying, to be machmir. I had a case in Lakewood. One of my sons had my son-in-law. He bought the Amish, they make furniture. They make furniture. They make swing sets. It's very sturdy the way they make it. It's very like rugged. It's not like refined, but it's very sturdy, and they guarantee it. So they bought the swing set. So they put it up right before Shabbos. My son-in-law didn't have a chance to enclose it with the A-roof. So he had a shaila, could the kids swing on it because the swing goes back and forth. So the shaila, so I told him, I heard from Rabbi Kalatsky over 40 years ago, it's not a problem. Because it's connected to one spot. It's not going anywhere else. It's just going back and forth. So he called up one of the dayanim, in whatever it is. So the dayan says to him, it's better to be machmir. So my son Eli heard it. He says, "What kind of answer is that? It's better to be machmir." Say you don't know. Forget about it. He's telling you to be machmir. It's not. That's what he's saying. It's not an answer. This is like a hotline of a bezdin. When you have a question, you call in. So what kind of hotline is this? You say throw it out. Yeah. So I'm saying that's koch that teir odif. Now you can appreciate koch that teir odif. So the reason why the Tana chooses this case, even though we don't rule like Rameir, to show to what degree Rameir is Mekel. Revach, still, And even mayon yotza mitchila. There's a chance the whole thing may work out, maybe nothing. The walls may cave in. Right. Okay. Now very interesting Gemara coming up. We have Lamates Melochis. Now we have Choresh and we have Zoreah. Right? Now, just to give you some background, there's Yerushalmi, which the Miri brings, and what is Choresh? Choresh is the melacha, which is a preparation for Zoreah. First you Choresh, then you Zoreah. You plow, then you plant. It's preparing the field for planting. So there's a famous Yerushalmi, which the Miri brings in Shabbos. What happens if you have a field that's covered with weeds, wild weeds or brush, and you torch the field, just burn everything, to burn it to the surface? So Yerushalmi says Yechai for Choresh. No, Yerushalmi says it's Choresh. It's a told of Choresh. Because it's preparing. Choresh is preparing any level of preparation for seeding. That's Choresh. No, Choresh is when you turn over the land. There's a told of Choresh. That's the Yerushalmi. So now the Gemara wants to know if you weed something. So is that Choresh or is that Notea? It's a Machlok Sabai and Rova. Okay? Or let's say, or is it watering something? When you water something, you're softening the ground. So when you soften it, now the seed takes better. So it's also, is it Choresh or is it Zoreh or Notea? You're softening it. We'll see in the Gemara. Right? So the Gemara's going to ask a question, but it's both. Let it be both. Let it be Zoreh, let it be Choresh and Zoreh. Well, so what? We have, it says, Zome ve'tzorch leitzim. It says Yechayv Shtayim. That's going to be the Gemara's question. Gemara say Kasha. But factually, it's a Machlokas Havai and Rav. It's Itmar. Hamenachesh ve'mashke mayim l'zroim b'Shabbos. Person weeds a field, or he waters a field. L'zroim. L'zroim. The streets is it. Meshamayim asrin nebei. Right? You can't punish a person unless he has asra. Rabba Omar Mishum Choresh. Rabba says the what? The forewarning, the asra is Choresh. We're talking about Mezid, right? Because for Shogeg it doesn't make a difference. You have to bring a korban. We'll see in a moment. The seed's in the ground already. It's in the ground already. We'll see. Rav Yosef Omar Mishum Zoreah. If you have seed in the ground, you're watering it, so it's Zoreah. Omar Rabba Kavosi Din Mistavra. He says, my position is more logical. Why? Just as when you plow, you're softening the ground, you turn it over. You also, when you wet it, you're softening the ground. Therefore, it's a told of Choresh. No, my position is more logical. You're enhancing the growth. When you water it, you're enhancing growth. Okay? We'll see Toast in a minute. Omale Abaye, the Rabba. So Rabba, Abaye, who's the Talmud of Rabba and Rav Yosef, says to Rabba, Lididoch Kasha, or Rav Yosef Kasha. I have difficulty with your position. I have difficulty with Rav Yosef's position. Doch Kasha, Mishum Choresh, Mishum Zoreh. Well, why not? Factually, you can't disagree that what? You're enhancing its growth. So even if you say Choresh, how can you say it's not Zoreah? Or Rav Yosef Kasha, Mishum Zoreh, ain't Mishum Choresh lo. Factually, it's softening it. Right? Maybe you want to say, since two things are taking place, the question, which one do I favor? Do I favor A, do I favor B? He says, Rav Kahana, person prunes a tree and he wants the wood. Because when you prune the tree, what do? You enhance its growth. So you see, could be chayv. Kasha. So the Gemara remains, it's difficult. Why? What's exactly? Why can't they both agree with the other? Just as over there you can have two malachos, zomer, you can be chai for notea and for kotzer. Here you should be chai for choresh and for zoreah. Two things happen time or something. So Tosei Sakasha, over here Rav Kana is an Amora. You're asking from Rav Kana on Rabbah and Rav Yosef. It's an Amora from an Amora. So Tosei says that since Rav Kana was a special Amora, like we find with the whole story at the end of Avakama with Rabbi Yochanan, Ariol Olemi Bavel, they pulled all the pillows out from under him. So you see, Rav Hana was a special Amora. But never, because he had to take a look. There you go. At the end. Bottom Tosis, all the way at the end. Avagad Rav Kana Moru, Makshi Mino Rabba Rav Yosef, Mishum the Gavar Rabba Havo. Kede Ashkan b'Masi the Rabbi Yochanan have a Chorif Tuvo. He was Chorif, so because he was the whole story with the snake, he was Machai Mesim at the end of Bava Kama. He was Chorif. He's let the Talmud come see the Rebbe. That was the story of Rabbi Yochanan. The snake encircled the opening of the Morah, wouldn't let him in. So now, let's see some Tosas over here. Very interesting Tosas. Mishumai Masrinon. Right? What do you give Masra for? Now, Tein Odom Lokev Lo Nerag Ela Basra Shemasrinon. Bo, right? It says Lo Taser Hachisur Mafkinon Mikra Tzorech. Yeah, okay. So you have to Tzorech Lefori Shame Hu Yisur. You have to articulate what is he in violation of. Yeah. So that's the question, right? So that's why I said it's b'mezim, not talking about a chatos. It's a chatos, okay. So now look the way Tosik said. What exactly is the machlokes of Rava, Rabba and Rav Yosef? Come Rafi Yario, the boss ika hamelocha aslinon. You look at the physical. What is the profile? The physicality of it. What's choresh? You're overturning the ground. What is the physicality of this? You're softening the ground, right? Rav Yosef, Abagav Dika Melocha Doma Latoris Lechoresh Machsheves HaNefesh. We say Melechus Machsheves Torah. What is the effect? What do you want to achieve? What the achievement part, right? Larva Fuyaro. No, you want it to enhance the growth. Exactly. The Rabbis of Lebosam Masa Medaminamo. Lo Achra Machshava. Rav Yosef Sova Bosa Machshava Azlina, Dahavi Iker, Velo Azlina Bosa Adimyon. Right? That's the machlokas. So that he asked him from Zobe Vitzorch Leitzim. Right? Two things. You want the physical act of wood, so why you chai for the notea? So you see both interplay. You have the Maisa and you have the Machshava. Which says no, but over there we're talking about it is notea. You chai for notea. It's a psikration notea. So good. No, according to Rav Yosef, it's good there. It's good there. According to Rav Yosef, it's good. It's good there. But according to Rabbah, it's difficult. Right? Because what's the machshava there? The act itself is kotzer. But nevertheless, you chai for notea. Here, take a look. Tzorch le'etzim. Aval ein tzorch le'etzim lo nemabo. The chayiv mishum ktsiro. Let's see he doesn't eat. Right now, see, it's interesting. There's a Tosa in Shabbos in Abona, in Klal Gadol, which is interesting. Tosa is a kasha. The Gemara cites this in Shabbos, and the Gemara says, Tzorch le'etzim yechayv shtayim. So Gemara should say, if it's ein tzorch le'etzim, you only chayv achas. So Gemara says, Tosa says, wanted to get involved with Rav Yehuda and Reb Shimon. It's Mloch shein tzricha l'gufa. Right? Mloch shein tzricha. Reb Yehuda says, Yechayev, Reb Shimon. That's going to Reb Shimon. It's like Chova Gumein Tzorchel Lafro. Right? So the Tosa says, so why in Shabbos does the Gemara say this issue is dependent if you hold like Reb Yehuda or Reb Shimon? So, but the Gemara doesn't. So Tosa says that even Reb Yehuda holds Melchizedek Chayev regarding Kotzer Girat Chayev. Why? Because the profile of Kotzer was Tzorch Leitzim in the Mishkan. That is the Tzuras HaMelocha. If you don't need the wood, it's just you're like destroying the tree. You're destroying, it's like Mekalkil. You're ruining the tree. So you have to have a benefit, a tzorach. Tosas is the exact same thing here as Shabbos, but Tosas doesn't mention Reb Yehuda. Take a look at Tosas, exact words. Tzorach avolim, ein tzorach leitzim, lo nema bo d'chai mishum k'tzira, lo dami l'k'tzira the kochin l'mai. Why? Because it's not similar to k'tzira. Why does a person reap? The kochin l'machol, o midi shetzrichen leizer dova, go refuah, yotzim vi lav shekochin l'tzorach gufo potter. So unless you need it for it, see here he doesn't. Tosa over there says even Rabbi Yehuda holds potter. Tosa over here doesn't mention Rabbi Yehuda. The lo mechayv elam mishum tolda the tolda tzarich stay domi la'ab melocha. There has to be a dimyon. So therefore, when you take out the, so what about you take out chovagu in tzarich la'afro. So there you need. It has a value. I'm doing it for the offer. Okay, good. Even I don't need the whole, but factually, what you there is a tzorach. Here, nothing. It has no relevance. See, I understood there That the pshat is if you don't need the eitzim, it's mekalkel, right? Even though it's not mekalkel, because there is no teya, it's not. Right. Yeah. You have to have the act itself has to have, even over there, no teya over there, right? Zomim tzorch leitzim, factor the tree is benefiting, because you chayv no teya. Nevertheless, it has to be in what you're doing itself. There has to be a benefit, even though seemingly over there is a benefit, right? It's no teya. I'm going even according to Rabbi Yehuda. No, in the eitzim. Yeah, but in the eitzim. So what about afro? Good, the offer, but it's not the whole. The binyan is the whole. I want the offer. The offer is not the whole. So it could be over there because the way you make the whole is by removing the offer. Here, says, why is the tree being enhanced? Its growth? Because you're cutting off the extra branches. Yeah. So it's also, so again, simultaneously, I understand. It's a psikration. It's called a psikration. You do want the tree to benefit. No. According to Rabbi Yehuda, maybe. According to Rabbi Yehuda. No, it's two different lochas. So why are you chayv in noteya? Why are you chayv in noteya?
Because you kotzer has to be the melacha. You want the tzorech for the etzim period. Taking the etzim will happen regardless. The
tree's benefiting. No.
So therefore you did touch it. If you don't have any tzorech for the etzim, the beneficial of the tree, we don't have to be the tree. Don't say, you did it because of that. But then other bafala. That's why he says that, I think that's the deal that he says, אבל צריך להעצים, שלא לחייב לראות קצירה, זה לא דן לרופאים, אני קוצר למאכל או מידה, או כל מידה, anything you have, any need for the קצירה, makes you liable. But if you don't, you fuck it.
I need the ktsira to enhance its growth.
No, that's not the קצירה. That's not the קצירה, but the enhancing growth is not the קצירה. It happens, but what? Enhancing growth is
The way I would explain it, it's a dakus. What I'm saying is a dakus. No, it's a dakus. I need the earth. How do I take the earth? I take it out. So it's synonymous. I don't want the whole. That's why it's called Loch Shein Gufa. But the fact is, I'm benefiting from creating the whole, even though it's not the whole. You can't have the earth unless you create the whole. What's the reason why the tree benefits when you cut off? Rashi says there are extra branches. Too many branches, it's sapping the tree. So by cutting off extra branches, that enhances the tree. But it has nothing to do with kotzer. Has nothing to do with the wood. It's less wood. Here, the earth is synonymous with the whole. You have to remove the earth to make the whole. So the whole and the earth are synonymous. Here, to have the wood, kotzer means what I reaped. What I reaped, the reaping has nothing to do with what's his name, with enhancing the growth of the tree. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference. It's a dakus. It's mamish a dakus over here. Has nothing to do with the enhancement. It's because now the tree is being less sapped. Right, so if I'm not interested in the wood, that has no relevance to kotzer. Because kotzer means there has to be some benefit from the ktsira. In the ktsira. There's no benefit. But over here, the earth is actually a benefit from creating this whole. How do I benefit from creating the whole? I have the earth without creating the whole. That's the difference. But it's interesting. Tosa over there in the Godel mentions Rabbi Yehuda.
Yeah, I'll tell you another thing. The difference is when you put ktsira, you benefit from wood, but the tree benefits.
They're both benefiting. The offer doesn't bother me. Yeah. No, it's psikration. He doesn't want the whole. Doesn't want the whole. That was saying this even according to Rabbi Yehuda's chayav. Okay, let's go further. So let's take a look at the next Tosas. We said the Machlokes Rabba and Rav Yosef, do you go after the Dimyon or the Basar the Machshava? So what's the kasha from this case? Chayv Shtaim kasha lo Rabba dosa Basar Dimyon. Doch Zomer lo Domi Klal Notea. Notea is you take the shrub, you put it in the ground. But so what is it's the effect? V'aval gav pikei chayv mishum notea. Gash Rav Yosef da'afilu ein miskavin litzmoach hagefen. Kevin the vari mitzamcho machmas azimu chayv mishum notea. Do stam komer Rav Kana afilu chishiv lita. He didn't think about it. Said it's not even machshava. See that bothers me a little bit because it's a psikresha. That's a psikresha, right? It's a psikresha factually. Yeah, well, you cut the head off a chicken. You know, I didn't think about killing the chicken. So because you didn't think about it, but factually you're killing the chicken. Oh, yes, an interesting kasha. The Gemara says, in Mishnah says in Malkus in Sanhedrin, if you have a chiv Malkus and Mammon, we will look lokavein mishalim. Why? Because it says kadei rishoso mishum risha achas tomachai ve'iyat tomachai mishum shtei rishos. The Bezdin could only convict you on one count, not two. No. Kimli is Misa. Right. He was a Malkus a moment. Risha, no, that's the reason. So he has a problem here. How could you be Chayv Shtayim? No. Here's the death penalty. It doesn't make a difference. But Tos can bring the Mishnah over. It says Ochel Petisa. Eat a certain insects. It's Loka Chomish. So you're doing one action, you get multiple Malkus. So Tos is going to explain. That's called Risha Achas. Because it's all one category of Malkus. That's called, regardless of how many multiples you get, that's called Risha Achas. If I'm talking two different categories, Malkus, Mammon, that's Rishos. That's Tos explains. That's what we'll see. I hold I mean achriti shum risha achas tom chayv dem chayv mishum shtei rishos trit sochig und ikod miso malkus avol tarti mili da asir de damin la dodi b'shtei malkus tarvayu chad rishahi. Right, that's one category of punishment. They're both malkus. V'lo mimati mishoso the chol shei malkus chad rishahi. Right, so one classification of malkus that's called risha achas. V'ochen amim sechus psochim per kol sho Omar Abaye ochel petisa logo arba. Right, you eat the patis, a certain kind of insect. Avagav Rav Kana Amoru. Stop. So you see clearly that if it's one category, that's called Risha Achas. Avagav Rav Kana Amoru. Actually, okay. Further in the Mishnah. Very nice. The Gemara over here. Eser Rav Yosef Rabo. Rav Yosef es Rabo. Rav Yosef ol Jichai Mishum Notea. Right, not because of Choresh. It says Amanachesh v'Machapik L'Klayim Loike. Person goes and weeds a field and it's kalayim. So you're enhancing the growth of the kalayim. So if you hold zareya, there's an issa zarias kalayim. There's no issa charishas kalayim. There's no such thing. But mechape, what about if you have it mixed and you take earth and you cover them over? That's mechape, you cover it over. That's called zareya. Loke, Rav Kiva Omer, afa mekayim. That not only if you don't uproot it, you're also chayiv. For mekayim, isn't this doraisa? Even to lav shem v'masa. So Rav Yosef says, "Da mina mishum zareya haynu asiro zareya b'kalayim." Eli doch damit mishum choresh charisha b'kalayim asiro. Where do we find it? Choresh is always pre, right? That has nothing to do with zareya. Omar le mishum mekayim. He says no. The reason why you chayev when you chor because that's called mekayim. Mekayim means you're maintaining it. Mechal Tanakama la mishum mekayim hu. So, but evidently Tanakama says no. That's Rabbi Akiva's position. Kaim mekayim, right? On Mar says no, Kula Reb Kivi. The whole Brayso is Rabbi Akiva. Umay tam komar. Ma tam d'hamenach shemechaper b'kayim loke mishum mekayim. Reb Kiva Omer ava mekayim. My time Reb Kiva. It says the Poshek sochlo Sisra. My time Reb Kiva Tanya sochlo Sisra kalayim. Eli el zoreya. Mekayim inayin Talmud loma kelayim sochlo. So Rashi says there's a thing called Moshe v'Goreya. You have like rearranged the words. Whatever way it works, but that's even Mekayim. Take a look at Rashi. Rega. Avagav d'chsiv lo Sisra gorin v'dorshin lo kalayim lo kalayim mikol mokom shechayv atol levatlo. You have to somehow get rid of it. So leaving it, maintaining it, that's what you're chayiv for. So therefore, if you cover it over, you weed it. What's the isser? That's maintaining. It's a lav sheish v'maseh. It's Mekayim. Otherwise, it's a lav sheish v'maseh. Just leaving it. Why should you get malchus? No, but even if you're not, but it says loke. So we say kula loke. So good, you have a maseh menachish. But what is the meloch of menachish? You're chayv malchus, but you're innocent oraisa. You have to uproot it. Tanan, mashkin beisa shalchin b'moed. Right, it says in the Mishnah. It's El Mishnah. Mashkin beisa shalchin b'moed. So good. Why? Ubishvius. Mars bishlam b'moed mishum tichu mokum seidish rabbanon. Mokum hefsid. El shvius bein lamad yom mishum zerei bein lamad mishum chorei zerei v'charisha v'shvius mishori. It's explicit in the Torah that you're not permitted. Om Rabbi shvius b'zman hazev Rabbi. Shvius b'zman hazev. It's only this rabbanon. The Tanya. What do we have? Shvius. The Tanya, Rabbi Omer, it's a Zed Dvar HaShmita Shamot. What's the reiteration? Shmita Shamot? B'shtei Shmitas Kosam Daber. Ach Shmitas Karka, Ach Shmitas Ksofim. B'zman she'atom Meshamit Karka, Atom Meshamit Ksofim. Zan she'atom Meshamit Karka, Atom Meshamit Ksofim. See, there's a time. What do you mean? Shvius is always. What do you mean B'zman she'atom Meshamit Shvius? Shvius is always. So you see, no. B'zman she'beis HaMikdash Kayim, we have Shvius. Because we have Yovel. We don't have a Beis HaMikdash, there's no Shvius. We have Shvius. The answer is Drabonon. So b'mokum pseigdo, they say you can do it. Finished Drabonon. So Rashi says earlier, before the more answers that, where do we find Charisha? Drabonon. Drabonon. Now Rashi says Charisha b'Shvius b'Shori. It's a posuk in Mishpatim. It says mi b'chorish b'kotze tishbos. Aminon imenu inu l'Shabbos. Even though Poshet is speaking about Shabbos, tishbos. But we have, it says, before Sasko Malocha, Emenu in Lushav Shenu Tzor Shekvar Nemar Ko Malocha, Tenewin Lushvius. That's how we know, even though the simple reading in Mishpatim is Shabbos, the Gemara says, no, it's going on Shvius. Yeah. Further. I got Rovam, no, this is Gavaldik. Rova says, Afil Tem Rabbanon. You say, Shvius Bizmana says Doraisa. It's the Raisa, so what if someone can say that? And it's the Raisa, right? How do you permit it? I feel the Rabbana, Ovus Osarachmona, told us law Osarachmona. That's what the Torah says, you're not permitted to do Mlocha, agricultural Mlocha, that's only if it's not, it's a Tolda. No, Menachish, what is it? It's a Tolda. Menachish is a Tolda either of Zareya or it's a Tolda of Choresh, right? Or what, Mashke. They told us. The Torah only prohibits the Ovos, not, how do you know that? For Shabbos, we're not Mechalik. Right? So why? So the Gemara brings up a Raya. Why? Told us lo Wasser Rahman. Dichsiv, Ubeshon HaShvius, Shabbos Shabbos, and Yel Oretz, Schodel lo Sizra, then it says, Karmach lo Sizmor, Rega. It says lo Sizmor. What's the Mira? Pruning is a Tolda. So if we're not Mechali between Shabbos and Shvius, so what does there have to say explicitly, Zemira? Lo Sizmor. So evidently, these are the only exceptions, but all other toldas are permitted. So he says, Shana Shvius, Yel Oretz, Sodcha lo Sizmor. Michli Zmiro b'chlal Zrio, ubetziro b'chlal Tziro, l'may hilso kasvinu rachmono. So what does the Torah write? The toldo? L'memer dahani toldos mechayiv achri naisa lo mechayiv. To be continued.